Welcome everyone. Thanks for being here. Today we will practice a 30-ish minute all levels variation of the eagle flow that I have proposed this week in my classes. Anyone can practice this flow. I am keeping it kind of nice and soft so that you have something to do maybe this summer while you're on holiday vacation. I know a lot of my students are on holidays right now, and sometimes we just feel a little bit stiff from being on an airplane or on a train or sleeping in a bed that is not our bed. So this is just something that you can kind of do anywhere. If you have a block, great. If you don't, that's okay. I will let you know when you can use a block, although I don't have my blocks with me available today, so I won't be using them. So with that being said, we will begin lying down on our backs. Lie down in butterfly position with the feet together and the knees wide and the hands resting softly on the torso. If this variation doesn't feel good for you for a minute or so while we are coming into practice, you can simply cross at the ankles or place the feet on the floor or take a variation of Shavasana. So settle in, make sure that you're comfortable enough that you feel you can be still and focus on the present moment. So begin to shift simply into practice, letting go of the recycled thoughts, the work or the past or present, to arrive into here and now. Simply noticing maybe some sounds that you might have wherever you are. Maybe you're near the beach and there is the sound of ocean waves, or maybe like me, you're in a city where trucks are passing, people are talking. Take a gentle awareness to whatever is happening into your physical body. Maybe today you have a little bit of pain, or maybe your head is itching, or your stomach is growling, or whatever that you might feel as far as sensation within the body. Notice the temperature of the air around you and the sensation of the floor below. And then begin to deepen the breath, noticing how it feels to breathe in your body today. Maybe it feels a little challenging. Maybe you are a little anxious, or maybe it feels easy. Maybe today you feel quite calm. So just simply notice whatever might be arising for you. And with me, to begin practice, we'll take an inhale by the nose and an exhale like a sigh. And again, take an inhale by the nose and an exhale out of the mouth. If you don't have your legs in that butterfly position, you can take them back here with me now. I will keep my right leg where it is and simply take my left knee to the right. It's going to pass my leg, and then I'm going to take my hand to the top of the knee and turn my gaze over my shoulder into a little supine twist. And on my next exhale, I'll come back to my butterfly shape. Again, inhale, this time right knee goes over to the left, sort of ringing out the spine. Look over the shoulder gently. And exhale back to center. Moving a little more conscious with the breath. Inhale, left knee to the right. And exhale back to butterfly. Inhale, right knee to the left.
And exhale, both feet back together. Let's do one more like that. Inhale, left knee to the right. Exhale, both feet back together. And last one, right knee to the left as you inhale. And exhale back to your butterfly. Take your knees into the chest and take some soft movement from the right to the left. Take happy baby, grabbing both feet with both hands. If the toes or the feet are not accessible to you, always choose quality shape by maybe grabbing the ankles. So I'm looking for a sensation here. I'm looking for a stretch of the inner thigh. So when I say quality shape, it's not about the way it looks, but the way it feels. And so if you have the feet towards the buttocks, because you're just dying to catch those feet, you're losing a little bit of that sensation we're searching for. So don't even hesitate to grab the calves if that feels better for you. And then I'm going to rock and roll my way forward and back, taking that butterfly as a seat. If it feels better for you to turn to one side to arrive into that shape, you can. I'm going to inhale, sit up tall, and exhale as I fold forward. As I inhale, I get longer through the spine, and as I exhale, I am folding over the legs. Inhale one more time, lengthen spine long, and exhale as you dissolve towards the floor. I'm going to roll my way up and cross my legs into Sukhasana, cross-legged seat. Find your sits bones. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. And as you exhale, begin to twist to the right and plant the hands. My right hand goes behind me on the floor and my left hand to the knee. I will draw the spine upward as I inhale. And I will look over my shoulder and begin to deepen my twist as I exhale. Inhale, again, sit up tall consciously. Exhale, look over the shoulder, and if you can go a little deeper, please do. Keep the left hand on the knee and sweep the right arm up and over the head, taking it to the left knee, and now I have an open back body, and I'm closing or compressing through the chest. I'll find eagle arms, letting my palms come towards each other. If that doesn't feel good in the body, you can take thumbs or even grab opposite shoulders. As I inhale, I'll take my eagle arms high to the sky. And as I exhale, I'll settle in the eagle arms to the floor. I'm going to let the back open naturally. Take an inhale as if you're trying to spread the wings wide. And exhale as you release, begin to round your way up, begin to lose those eagle arms and take your hands high to the sky. Exhale as you twist to the left, right hand on the knee and left hand goes behind you. As you inhale, lengthen the spine long. And exhale as you twist, you look behind you. Inhale again, lift through the crown. And exhale, look over. Left hand sweeps up and around, comes to the knee. Take a moment to breathe as if you're trying to spread the shoulder blades with the lungs. And then exhale into eagle arms. As you inhale, lift the elbows high to the sky. As you exhale, take the elbows down to the floor. Inhale, lengthen, broaden. Exhale, fold and release. And now I round my way up, unfolding the arms. I'm going to lift them up one more time to find some length. And then exhale into tabletop. Come into a tabletop shape where the shoulders are around alignment with the wrists or whatever feels good to you, of course. Fingertips wide, and I'm gently gripping the floor to engage the hands, beginning to take some soft circles for the wrists. Begin soft, small circles, and then gradually expanding over time, always keeping those hands nice and strong. And then I'll come back to center and inhale, shift forward and bend the elbows into a baby chaturanga. Hips down, heart open into baby cobra. And then let the hips come back to child's pose. We're gonna keep going in that way, each round a little deeper. Inhale, round your spine up like an ocean wave. The chin is on the chest. Exhale into baby chaturanga, ashtangasana. Inhale, bhujangasana, maybe lifting a little higher this time and pressing into the hands. And then lifting back the hips to child's pose. Finally, I round the spine. I come forward and down. Maybe even this time the chest and hips will fall at the same time. Inhale, can you straighten the arms? And then exhale into downward facing dog. Ardha Mukha Svalasana. I take the feet around the width of the hips. Maybe I pedal if it feels good. And then inhale, round your way forward into plank. Knees or no knees, lower down to the floor. Inhale, press into the arms, straighten if you can. And then exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, round your way forward into plank. As you exhale, if you can, lower down halfway. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now here we'll stay for a few rounds of breath. Let the tailbone lift and press into the hands as you inhale. And feel the back of the legs stretch long as you exhale. Maybe even move the head, yes and no if that feels nice. And then inhale, bend the knees, sit back, look forward, and then walk the feet to hands. Relax in Uttanasana, forward fold. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. As you exhale, fold and release. Inhale, round the spine to standing, Urdhva Hastasana. When I get to the top, the palms touch and I lengthen. And then exhale, think swan dive to the floor, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen the spine, but also maybe the back of the legs. Exhale, plank pose, hands down, feet back. Every round I choose based on how my body feels. So maybe this round I put the knees down, I lower. Inhale, taking cobra or up dog. And then exhale, back to down dog, lifting the hips high to the sky. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, bend the knees, sit back, look forward. You can walk, you can hop. As you inhale, lengthen halfway. Maybe even the hands come to shins. Exhale, fold and release. Inhale, round the spine to stand. And exhale, fold back over the legs. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back to your strong high plank. Moving through baby or full chaturanga of your choice. Inhale, maybe even coming to the floor and pressing back up into a cobra with straight arms. And then lifting into downward facing dog. Take a strong and slow inhale. Exhale as you push the heels down towards the floor. Inhale, the right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale as you step the foot gently between the hands. Left knee down, palms touch, low lunge, Anjaneyasana. Try to take the arms high and back and the hips forward and down. And then exhale as you take eagle arms, right arm under left. As you inhale, think about lifting the elbows up and stretching under the bottom side of the arms towards the triceps. And then exhale as you take the elbows just inside of your right leg. Take a broad inhale into the back body. Exhale, now pivot the left foot to the right, coming gently to the outside of the mat and move into a modified side angle pose. This is a great place for a block under the hand or even to lift that forearm onto the leg. Or just float the hand in front. Take an inhale here, and then a modified reverse warrior two, where the left hand comes down wherever it needs to come to, bend into the right knee and reach the right arm up. As I inhale, I lift into warrior two, modified on the knees. Looking at the right finger, I stretch and broaden. I pull the belly in, I inhale. And then as I exhale, I come to the top of my mat and I move into pigeon. Curl the left toes under and take the right knee behind right wrist. Slide your left foot back. Inhale, upright pigeon. As I exhale, I place the hands down and move through my chaturanga variation. Up dog or cobra. As I exhale, I lift back to downward facing dog. Take a long inhale, connect to your breath. Soften the jaw as you exhale. Inhale the left leg high to the sky, three-legged dog. Exhale, round to place the foot between the hands. The knee to the floor, low lunge. Reach the palms high to the sky. And as you exhale, find your eagle arms, left arm under right. As you inhale, lift the elbows up to the ceiling. And then exhale as the elbows come just inside of the knee. I take a long inhale. Exhale, pivot the right foot to the left, finding your little modified side angle pose. Right arm reaches to the sky. Take an inhale here. Exhale, reverse your modified warrior two with the right hand down and the left hand up. This is also a great place for a block where you can gently place the hand on the calf. And then lift your way up into a modified warrior two. Adjust as needed so that the toes are sort of facing the front of the mat and then the knee is around that alignment place. Pull the navel in. And then place the hands down. Find your pigeon pose. The knee goes behind the right wrist, and I just use that as a gauge to make sure I'm in between both sides and getting a nice stretch of the right hip and a nice stretch of the left hip. I look up for a breath, and then exhale back to chaturanga variation of my choice. Knees down if you need. Inhale. And as you exhale, the hips lift to the sky. Down dog. On the next inhale, bend the knees, sit back, look forward, walk or float, feet between hands. As you inhale, lengthen. As you exhale, fold. As you inhale, round to rise, palms touch. And exhale, we meet into chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit down. Pull the navel in, lengthen the low back, take an inhale. And then exhale, take the hands to heart and lift your right toes. Engage your belly, and we're gonna create just eagle legs. So right leg over left, foot meets the calf or grabs the calf, or the big toe comes to the floor. Lengthen and sit a little lower. Inhale, lift the right knee to the sky. Exhale, extend the right leg behind you. Option to place it down, option to play with warrior three. So if I play with warrior three, I'm gonna push through the heel, engage through the quadricep, and then I'm gonna pull the navel towards the spine. As I place the foot down at the back of the mat, I come into high lunge, inhale. And exhale into eagle arms, right arm under left. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, elbows down. Allow the head to fall if you can, maybe even the eyes closed. Feel the sensation of squeezing into your center line. And then side angle pose, Ujjayi Parsva Konasana, right heel, left hand, and right arm to the sky. Again, same here. If you want the block under the hand, the forearm on the leg, go for it. And then we will reverse warrior two. Right arm down, left arm up. Go until you feel the side body. Take an inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Expand your arms. I'm pressing back, I'm bending forward. Inhale, turn both feet parallel. Reach your hands to the sky. I'm gonna look at my feet consciously, turn them in a diagonal line, and then sit into a goddess pose. I invite you here to close the eyes and feel the tailbone lower, the belly pulls in and up. So you're lengthening the spine with abdominal engagement. You're not worried about where you're moving the tail. Inhale. As you inhale, rise back up. Take your heels back to meet the toes. Take even more space between the legs if you can. And then exhale as you bend the left knee into Skandasana. Flex your right toes and keep the spine long as you sit back. Hands to the sternum. I pivot back to the top of the mat, hands down. Inhale, arms rise, high lunge. Palms touch, the right leg is as straight as it can be. So I'm pushing my energy down and back, and I'm bending into that left knee. Pull the navel in. Prayer twist, hands to heart. Twist to the left.
and hook the elbow, trying to gently get the hands back in front of the sternum. And if you feel like challenging yourself today, look up at the sky. Now you can keep the gaze up if you want to keep it real spicy, or you can look at the left foot. We'll meet in chair, holding onto that prayer twist. Think about lifting the navel away from the legs. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, hands to heart. Lift to the left toes and find your left side eagle legs. Squeeze and lower. Pull the navel in, gentle smile. And then inhale, lift the left knee to the sky, one-legged Tadasana. And then option to step to the back of the mat or to press into your warrior three. Take one breath here, and then exhale where we meet in high lunge. Place the foot and lift the arms. Inhale here, exhale, eagle arms, left arm under right. As you inhale, lift the elbows high. And then as you exhale, take the elbows just inside of the leg. Take a moment to feel the shape. I like to challenge myself here by releasing the head, having a little softness. And then side angle pose. I pivot the heel, I place the hand, and I lift the arm up, feeling the front body stretch, gently tucking the tail to accentuate those sensations. And then I'm gonna reverse my warrior. Left arm down, right arm up. Try not to let the legs move at all, finding a solid foundation. And then warrior two. Pull the navel in, stretch the arms, moving in every direction at once. Turn both feet parallel, palms touch, heels in, toes out. Again, goddess pose. Inhale. If you like to move a little in the shape, you can, but focus on softening the facial muscles. So I'm trying not to be so tense or rigid. Inhale, extend, heels out, toes together. I like to take a lot of space for my Skandasana. Moving to the top of the mat, bend the knee, extend the left leg. Inhale. As I exhale, I pivot to the right, finding my high lunge, palms touch. Inhale. And then exhale into a prayer twist. Hands to the right. I twist to the right. I pull the navel in, I look to the sky, and then either I will keep the gaze up or take the gaze down as I move into my prayer twist. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. So we'll just take a forward fold here for a moment just to release and to relax and to let the head hang. If you feel like grabbing the back of the legs, taking a little ragdoll pose, you can do that. And then round your spine up. When you get to the top, eagle arms, right arm threads under left, and eagle legs come to the right toes, engage and root down through the left foot, and then cross the right leg over the left. Now I'm just gonna try and either touch the big toe, grab the calf, and notice that even if you can't grab the calf, the trying of the grabbing the calf will engage through the glute muscles and will actually help you to balance. So try not to just let that leg float around. Inhale. Exhale, both feet down, both arms up in chair. And exhale as you find your eagle legs or eagle arms, left arm under right. So this is gonna feel a little spicier on this side because we are already in chair, our legs are already working. Lift your left toes and then cross the left leg. Pull the navel in, keep the spine long, get as low as you can. Squeeze the foot towards the calf, take an inhale. And exhale into chair, both feet down, both arms up. Take an in breath. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plank pose. Knees down or chaturanga. Inhale, option cobra of your choice. And exhale, downward facing dog. I take a long breath here. I take a full exhale. Let's do two more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, root down through your feet and hands. One more, inhale. And then exhale the knees to the floor, cross the shins, and we will lie down.
As I take the knees into the chest, maybe I sway a bit from right to left. I place both feet to the floor, extend the arms, and begin to lift the hips high into a half bridge. So I really want to try and keep my feet on the floor. Feel the strength of your legs. Feel the sensation sort of radiating around the thighs, the glutes, the inner and outer thighs, and the quads. Can you go a little bit higher? Inhale, and then exhale as you lower yourself to the floor. Take a moment just to feel the sensation or the impact. And then we'll move into a second round, palms down. Inhale, lift the hips high. This time I'm going to take my hands together in a little clasp, wiggle my shoulders together under my back, and go as high as I can. The sensation will be different now. I am infusing in a little of the upper body. So take an inhale as you go tiny bit deeper, and then exhale as you lower yourself down. The knees come to chest. I sway gently from right to left, and eventually my knees will fall to the right into a supine twist. Maybe let the head fall over to the left. I like to assist myself by pressing the right hand down and towards the knee, creating length through the side of the leg and through the low back body. If you don't like the sensation, of course, it is not mandatory. Take an in-breath and an exhale. Let the hips come back to the floor, sort of calibrate here. Sometimes I like to reset my hips. Sometimes I just like to sway. The center will find its way. And as I exhale, again, supine twist, knees to the left, and my gaze over the right shoulder. Check in on your own breath. On your next exhale, let the hips come back to the floor. If you like to play with Happy Baby, maybe one more time you can. I'm just going to enjoy a little movement back and forth. And then when you're ready, we will find our final resting pose. A place to simply relax, to integrate. Some of you might find this to be one of the more challenging moments of practice. It's a special kind of skill to fully let go. And so each shavasana is an invitation to try, to trust your body to the floor, to allow the nervous system to fully relax. Without really forcing too much, you can allow yourself to deepen into the breath. I notice often that I breathe almost only into the belly. So I like to focus on breathing in this 360-degree way. I'm breathing up, I'm breathing down, I'm breathing forward and back, from side to side. Really using my lungs at their fullest capacity. I'm going to leave you here to enjoy your shavasana. Stay as long as you like. A little special side thank you to the makers of this beautiful mat that has begun to be my favorite place to practice. A couple of friends of mine, colleagues and friends, that have put together a beautiful workouts called Oshun. Feel free to reach out, or I can put information about it in the notes at the bottom of this video. Enjoy this moment of relaxation as long as you need. I will place my hands in front of the heart in the Anjali Mudra here to simply thank you for being here and sharing your time and your practice with me. Give yourself a gentle thank you for showing up to your mat and for taking this time for your body and your mind. Namaste.